Cheers. It's a quick coffee time. I'm not going to be out here long because it's about to rain. I could feel it coming. But I had a few minutes to spend some time with you. Yeah, just a few. So how you been? How you all been? How's the Easter weekend working out for you all? Did you go get your ashes on your head and all that stuff, or was that like last week? I always forget. Did you, yeah. Did you do your Good Friday stuff? Yeah. I'm not a person who gets into the religious parts of these holidays because I know a little bit of things, and my connection is a little bit different than some of you all. As I was telling one of my friends, I sit with angels, I commune with them, I sit with Jesus, I sit with the higher realms and archangels and all of that. I'm still human, I'm still here having a human experience for sure, but I can detach real quick. You know what I'm saying? I can. Because what goes on in this world, like you know what's going on right now. You know what's going on right now. And that kind of stuff kind of makes me want to detach. But I'm not. I'm going to be right here with you all. I'm watching over you all. I got another 1,997 years to go. And I'm here to watch you all. Keep you safe. Love you, too. Because some of you need love. Some of you need healing. You know who you are. Anyhow, I'm just going to be here a few minutes. I promise. I know I say it all the time. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes. But as long as it don't rain, I know how to run my mouth. I really do. You know that. If you don't know it now, you know it now. If you didn't know it, I should say. If you didn't know it before, you know it now. So, I'm going to tell you guys something. I did a lot of drumming last night on my djembe, my congas, and the kit drumming. I uploaded some videos between TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and today I uploaded to YouTube. So I hope that you all go check it out and let me know. Leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed to any of my channels or you're not following me, make sure you do that. I'm AngelNaphtalie. Most of you know me already, but make sure you're following and you like, and if you want, you can share. You don't have to do anything special, but just do that. That's it. Let me know what you think. I take constructive criticism too. So if you don't like my drumming, or you're a drummer and you see me doing something that I shouldn't do, say something. How else am I gonna learn? Yeah. Like on YouTube, there's this one follower. I can't remember his name right now. There's a follower, and he left a comment. Most of the time, it's constructive. You know, like critiquing. Obviously, he's a musician. I don't know him, so I can't be sure. But by the way he's talking or leaving his comments, I would say that he is definitely a musician or associated with musicians. So he said on one of my, I think it was a Leela James song I was doing hand drumming on it. Well, I never did that. You know, I never played on that song. It was like real slow. I don't practice before I go and videotape. I just turn on a song. I hear it for a minute and then I record it, you know. And the reason I do that is because I want to be able to look back on it later and say, wow, I should have did da 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 da, or d d d d d, or ba da ba da ba da. You know, those are just expressions of rhythms. So I was struggling with the song at first. It was a really, really slow, kind of, I want to say kind of in the blues jazz world, but if you know Leela James, you know she goes in between many of the genres of music, and this one was really, really slow. Can't remember the name right now, but if you go on YouTube, you will see it. I think I also put it on Instagram. So he says in the comment that no. Well, I mean, that's what it would sound like if he were saying it, right? No, you need to go back to playing country. And I'm like, what is he talking about? I can play country, but that is not, I don't need to go back to it. What does he mean? Was that an insulting thing? Or was he just, without fails, always some loud noise? Was he being rude, or was he just something I did, you know, because obviously I wasn't in the pocket the way I should have been, because I was feeling out the song. Now, if I went back and played it now, I would be playing it totally different. And I did just grab the first part of the song. I didn't go and take it down towards the middle or the end like I should have, because I did better as I got into the depths of the song. That's what happens to me. In the beginning, I'm feeling it out. And then as I get in the middle, I'm starting to feel it. If you see me moving, that means I'm getting into it. And by the time I get to the end, I'm in another world. But no, I grabbed the first part because I really wanted to, I want to do it in parts, you know, like 1, 2, and 3, you know, give you a piece now, and then maybe next week give you another piece, you know, in the middle, and then maybe another week later, sometimes I forget, do the third part so that you see the progression of the song. But yeah, so he said, no, you need to go back to country. And then he started quoting Miles Davis about how drummers who, he kept saying that I was doing the downbeat on the song. And I'm like, I went back and listened to it over and over and over and over. And I'm like, what is he talking about? I wasn't on a downbeat. You know, downbeat is something that you do in reggae. And regular blues and jazz and R&B, you can flex between all of that, but especially on congas and djembes, you can flex in there. I've been told by master drummers, you gotta just find it and then get in that groove. So when he said that, I'm like, what is he saying? What song was he listening to that he felt that? Well, I kindly thanked him, because the whole thing about comments and critiquing is that makes me a better person. You know, it's going to make me a better person, a better drummer. And you got to remember, right? For those of you who don't know me in the drumming world, I'm just coming back into it. Well, I've been into it about 5 years now, but that's coming back into it. You know, I haven't concreted it. I haven't, yeah. So I'm getting back into it. That's the only way I could say it. Well, cheers to that. But I have other musicians and other friends who are musicians who critique me. I send them the videos and they tell me what they think. Probably most of the time they tell me I'm doing really good when I probably sound like crap. My timing is not always in there. You can't fool me. I listen to my own videos. And I know when I'm on it and I know when I'm not on it. And I know when I'm trying to feel out something. The thing is, when you're uploading these videos, and I'm just giving you a little bit of knowledge, on all these platforms, you only get to upload a minute of that song. So you got to find the best part. And maybe you want the person to hear the lyrics in the song versus how you're playing. Maybe I'm trying to tell you a story, you know? And sometimes the lyrics may have been not at the right time as my drumming, because I'm telling you the story of the song. And then maybe next time I upload a piece of the song, you get the feeling of the drums. And yeah, I'm doing kit drumming too, so I want to incorporate both genres. No, not genres. Both elements. So if I have my congas, which I usually play with my djembe, right? I have them, the three of them together. I do have a fourth one, but I haven't been adding my fourth djembe into the mix lately. I should, but I haven't. When I'm playing them, I obviously can't play the kit drumming, right? Because why? Because I'm on them. So then I have to go do the song over again and go and play them on the kit. It's a different feel. You're gonna get a total different groove, because kit drumming has a lot of elements. I mean, if you're not a drummer, you won't know what that means. But if you're a drummer, you know. You got your kick, you got your snare, you got your toms, you got your cymbals, you got your hi-hat that you got to keep going. And you got your two hands with sticks in them, and each hand has to do a different thing. Yeah. Little education for you. I waited all day for this coffee. But, so, yeah, most of the time, this person who I was referring to, like I said, I don't know who he is. I just know, I can tell by the conversation in the comments that he's obviously either a musician or a person who follows that style of music, and or follows music in general. And I appreciate the critiquing. So if he's listening, which he probably isn't because he's not on Facebook, it was only on YouTube. And I welcome anyone to critique me, because I am not putting up my perfect performance. I save that for shows. If you want to see me do top-notch stuff, then you'll have to come to a show that I'm at. Just saying. When I'm uploading my videos, I'm just doing it for entertainment and educational purposes. I'm doing it for my own critiquing, for my own discography, because if no one else is doing it for me, I got to do it for myself. And discography, for those of you who don't know, is a musician or a singer or player of instruments must keep track of the things that they do. And I have always been a videographer for years, so I would document other people's lives. I documented my own too, but most of the time I'm documenting other people, other musicians. And my former partner, who no longer is on this planet but is in heaven, he didn't know how to do that. He didn't even think about it. Like, he did so many things in his lifetime, and he should have been a millionaire basically, but he didn't do the discography or the promotions and things like that. Thank goodness one of the people that was in the band, and the band was called Soldiers, Max Dixon is the leader of that band. Well, he's not the leader, but he's the singer of the band. He's the one that wrote the lyrics and did the singing, whereas my partner Glenn Grant was just the drummer. And there were other people in the band too, but Max would always be the one that would do the business stuff and keep track of things. So thank goodness him and Dawn, I think is the other person's name, they kind of kept track of the bands that, or the music that they did, And Max has been able to share some of that with me so I could keep the discography of all of what Glenn did, because I have plenty of video of Glenn. I did do all that, so at least we have archive footage of Glenn, not when he was in Soldiers, because I wasn't there then. I wasn't in his life at that time. But I have all the bands that he played in the New England area from New York down to here. And even bands that he played from Trinidad and Tobago. And a lot of Jamaican bands too. So I have all of that footage. So I know what I'm doing. When I say I keep track, I'm keeping track. Because somebody got to do it. Ain't nobody doing it for me. So I could do it. I wish one of my kids had, well, one of my daughters, she's learning now how to do videography, and she does different things in the arena of it, but she doesn't follow me around, you know what I'm saying? Nobody does, so I can't get anybody to keep track of what I do. I don't think they take me serious, but that's all right. I know what I'm doing. So anything I do when it comes to drumming, whether it's good or bad, I'm going to be videotaping it myself, because I know what I want to see. So, yeah. So if you are interested in anything that I do, you got to follow me. I do know that the African band that I play with has a gig coming up, but I don't want to put the date in here yet, because I want to be sure that it's all set. Even though the band leader said it is set, I want to see some promos, and then I can start pushing it out for you all, and then you can come and watch me do African music, which I totally love. I totally love doing my African music. I want to be the kind of drummer that can play anything. I started out on my djembe with African music with my other son. I call him my other son. Really, he's too old to be my other son. Well, no, he's not. He's old enough to be my other son. He was my teacher for the djembe, African drumming. And then I started learning from some master drummers, Dylan and Joe, and Sori. So I started learning the patterns from them. And have I ever been to Africa? Not yet. I was supposed to already, but it didn't happen. It's supposed to still happen. But now with all what's going on, ain't nobody going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But we do stuff here. It's from West Africa, so we have West African music. And you would love the singer, Boubacar Jabeti. He's a fabulous storyteller through his music. There's a word for it, but I always screw it up, so I don't want to call it what the storytellers are called in Africa. I don't want to screw it up. So he's a storyteller through music, and all of his music is fabulous. But that gig will be coming up, I want to say in May, and hopefully I'm back by then, because I am going somewhere. And I am going to a fabulous concert, people. I've been telling you about it. I'm going to the Chris Mitchell Jazz Concert on April 17th in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And then some other things are happening later in the year, or maybe even before that, but I know for sure I'm doing a show that someone has requested moi drumming with a reggae band, so I have to get a band together. That's still like up in the air because I need all the details. So hopefully Mr. Reed from New York gets back to me, and that will be in August if it happens. So, but we have to get on that right away. So in case you're listening, we have to get on that right away. My eyes are good enough to drum, so that shouldn't be a problem. We just need to get the details and management on there to get the, you know, all that. My manager is waiting for the information. And then I got to tell the bands. I know who I kind of want, but I need the information first. So that's going to happen in New York. I'm not a big fan of New York, but I won't be going alone, so I'll be all right. I know. Why do I have a problem with New York? Well, it's a long story. I don't know if you want to hear it right now. It's not bad. It's just how New York just does stuff. You know, it's just, most of the time it was because of Carnival, and I had some really crazy experiences because I used to play mass. So I had some good and bad situations happen. Plus, if you notice, I wear a lot of silver. I usually wear, oh, it's not on today. Took it off. It took it off to clean it. I wear a lot of silver. That's all I wear. And I usually don't take my stuff off except for when I'm drumming. And in New York, without fail, during Carnival time, so I think it only happens when it's hot, my silver would turn black, like tarnished black. And it doesn't happen anywhere else, only in New York. So, of course, we're downtown in Brooklyn, so I don't know if it's something with the atmosphere, I don't know, but that used to tick me off. Like, what is going on here? So, that I don't like that. And then I don't like fast-talking people. I just don't. Like, I'm quick to tell you, you better slow your ass down. You talk too fast, I sure enough will. I told Glenn that many times. I said, who are you talking to, dude? You need to go back to New York. You want to talk to me like that because it ain't happening here. Oh, yes, I did. Some of you don't know that, but most of you that know Glenn know how he was. And I would put him in check. Right, Glenn? Yes, I would. I would put him in quick time check. I wouldn't do it in front of anybody. I wouldn't embarrass him. But let me tell you, he's gonna get checked. He did get checked. Someone who really knows that is Michael Gabriel, Shaka Black. Who else? Bigger Reed. They know. I checked him a few times in front of them. And then I realized that was probably not a good idea. Yeah, we were down on Nantucket. I put him in check. Because the thing is, if you try to talk to me a certain way, disrespect me, or think you're going to talk down to me, and you're going to do it in front of other men, you're lucky I don't have my cutlass with me. Mow you down. Someone said the other day, I can't say that. I can say it. I can say anything I want. I can say anything I want to say. No one is going to control my tongue. I'm not going to swear, but you ain't going to tell me what I'm saying. What I can talk about, what I can't talk about. If the person who thinks he's running our country can say whatever he wants to say, yeah, okay. You get the message. You ain't telling me nothing. Nada. For the most part, I'm a very pleasant person to be around. I am. I'm a very loving person, a very caring person, a very healing person. I am. I promise. But I am a warrior. Empress. A warrior. Shield maiden. Few of my friends already know. They support me on that. Anyhow, so going back to New York. So for me to go there to do this, I gotta have my bodyguards, right? And I have them. I have them in position, and I need my management team on board. And my management team is not like other people's management team. They're very protective of me. And, yeah. They're going to protect the queen. Just saying. So anybody wants to ride to New York with me, let me know before August. Because I got to carry 4 drums. I might have 5 by that time. Because I have a drum that's going to get repaired. Sorry if you're listening, and Booba, I got to get that drum fixed. I got to get that drum fixed. Otherwise, I got to buy a new one. I don't have money right now. I have money. I'll put away money to fix the one I have. It needs a new head. So any hand drummers out there who have access to doing that, let me know. Make sure you send me a DM. I need to get that done as soon as possible. I would love to buy a new drum, but I just don't have the money right now. I just don't. But I do need one. So don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share on any platform, because I'm going to send this to Facebook later. So if you're, not Facebook, we're on Facebook right now. I'm going to send this video to YouTube later, and it will be on Instagram. It's going to be too big to send to TikTok, so I won't be sending it there unless I edit it. But on all 4 of those platforms, you can find me. AngelNaphtalie-247, AngelNaphtalie-247, AngelNaphtalie. On Instagram, just AngelNaphtalie. And on Facebook, I have 2 pages. My personal page, AngelNaphtalie-Gear, and AngelNaphtalie-247. And YouTube, AngelNaphtalie-247. And TikTok, AngelNaphtalie-247. So you can find me. Don't play. Don't play. I'd love to have you on board, watching and enjoying what I do, and watch me grow, because I am going to grow. Because this is something I should have been doing for a long time, but like I tell you all, I had a family at a very young age. I didn't know what I was doing. It just happened. It was meant to happen that way. And it's my mother's fault if she's listening, because I asked her when I was 14, Mom, send me away to another country, put me with another family. I want to be a gymnast. She said, we can't do that. We don't have money for that. I said, you don't need money. You just let somebody else adopt me. I was a good gymnast. So I didn't get to do that. That probably would, you wouldn't even know me right now if I did do that. But I was also a musician at that time. I was already playing drums. And I had a little band. Well, so after she wouldn't send me away, I started making music, being a drummer. And then I got a bunch of friends together and we had a band. So I was doing that for several years. And I already became a mother at a very young age. Not because I knew what I was doing, because I didn't know. Nobody taught me that. But once I found out, you know what goes on. So I don't regret it, because I'm glad I got that all out of the way early, and My kids are all great. They're all grown and doing their own things and have families of their own, and that's all good. Now I can move on with my life. I can go do what I gotta do, even if they don't like it. And I'll tell you, they don't understand it. They really don't. But it doesn't matter. Because it's me, myself, and I, always. And you too. Anyway, let me get out of here, Mom. I'm going to go home because I can feel little raindrops falling on my head and on my face. So I think it's time to get up on out of here. Go home, play some drums. I'm not going to record anything. I'm just going to play. Yeah. So the next time I record, I'll already know those rhythms. So don't forget to go find my videos. Tell me what you think. And keep it positive, but, you know, constructive criticism is very good. Someone asked me the other day, do you sing? I was a musician. Matter of fact, I was out on Thursday night, and there was a musician there that he'd been following my page, and he goes, do you sing? I said, nah, I used to. I used to write my own music. I used to have a band, like, not that long ago. I said, but and I like singing blues, the raspy kind of blues. Telling your story, you know, the heartbreak stories. Yeah, so I've been starting to listen back to that kind of music because if I ever got back into singing, I want to just, you know, gear up. That's what you got to do. You got to get things ready. The good thing about that kind of music, you don't have to have a perfect voice. You just need to have your pitch and know your lyrics, you know. That's not going to be my forte. My forte is just drumming, mostly hand drumming. Kit drumming will come. It's coming along really well, so I'm happy with my progress. I'm still needing some time on the essence of timing, but that takes time. So you'll keep seeing it rough and ready. You're going to see it. But my hand drumming it's there, baby. It's there. So, anyhow. If you all are going to the concert for Chris Mitchell Jazz on April 17th, I'll see you there. There are other dates, other places. You got to go and watch him live on YouTube. Probably, will he be on tonight? He might be on tonight. But watch him on YouTube. He might be on Facebook too. And TikTok. But watch him on YouTube. And then you can go to those other places and be sure you get the right Chris Mitchell Jazz. Just saying. And that's going to be a fabulous concert. He's on tour, so. And then I can't wait for the day, and I know Keith Sweat's listening right now. I can't wait for the day, because Chris plays a lot of Keith Sweat. A lot. I can't wait for the day that the two of them team up. Not that Keith needs anybody. Not that Chris needs him. Neither one of them need each other. But it would be so awesome. Because they're both so awesome. So there you go. Just saying. Anyway, let me get out of here. It's getting cold. And I'll talk to you later. And thank you all for listening and watching. And don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, whatever it is you got to do. If you haven't already. Hang in there. And now you all want to come on and watch? Now I'm leaving. Now I'm drinking iced coffee instead of regular hot coffee. But I'm going to go home. I'm going to play some drums. I'm going to eat some food. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to eat some food. I got to make it, though. And I'll see you all. Happy holidays to all of you that celebrate. And the most important thing I could tell you to do on this timeline of this holiday, of whatever the meaning is to you, is to remember the reasoning behind it and what Jesus would say to you right now, the way you're celebrating it. Would he like what you're doing? Just saying. Because, well, I won't get into that. That'll be a whole nother conversation. I'll save that for another day. I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. Anyhow, peace and love. Mwah. No hair grease. Just fabulous dreadlocks. Oh, yeah. Peace and love.